Andy Houghton makes his way towards the back of the grid then. So we will be getting this race underway very shortly. Of course, Zach Weston, number 335, on that all-black Aprilia RS660. Keep your eye on him from the middle of row number 5, I think it is, as we get the green flag at the back. All eyes to the lights, away we go, and Morgan...
Chris has launched it, didn't he?
He certainly did. That was more up than forward, and Joe White's made a good start there as well. Joe White on bike number 77, the championship leader in the Thunderbike Sport. He's made a good start. He's up into 3rd position behind Cam Harris, but I think Morgan just about held on to the race lead as they went around Riches. So Morgan, of course, a double champion in Thunderbike Ultras in previous seasons. He leads the way as they go up towards Wilson's for the first time of 5. Round the go there, looks like Cam Harris is trying to get the cutback. Some people going a little bit wide there, too wide further down the order, but everybody through safely on this opening lap. But as the field races down in towards Palmer's, they'll come into our site in just a second, and there it is. That is Morgan Creasy on the GSX-R ahead of Cam Harris in the Super Twins. And looking for Dale there in around about 6th or 7th position, so not the best of starts there for the number 22 of Dale Dowd, who's currently 2nd in the championship, but he'll just hope to finish in front of Ben Brown, who is just a couple of positions behind him.
I think Josh Harvey's done a nice little move. He's up into 3rd place already. He's come from, where did he come from on the grid?
Josh Harvey was ahead of row number 3, 7th,
so he's now up into 3rd place, and Joe White's going backwards by the look of it for some reason.
I think that's Dell and Adam Jameson, I think, who's just got in front of him then. So as they go round the right-hander of Williams, that brings him onto the back straight. And of course, the slipstream's pretty important here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's massively important. And also, this is where it makes the advantage to the R6, because I mean, you can see, look, Joe's going backwards. The GSX-Rs, they lose out here massively. I know that from personal experience with Josh Harvey. I went underneath him at Oggies in race 4 last year, and he come from behind, put 3 bike links into me. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know I'm a little bit heavier than Josh, but the power of those R6s just really does show.
And that's the difference, isn't it?
Yep, it's on the long straights. When those R6s can, you know, get that air in them, they just gulp it in and they just go.
So Morgan still leads the way from Cam Harris as he goes through the left-hander of Murray's. That brings them onto the front straight for the first time of asking. I think that may be Zach Weston, number 335, on the Aprilia, who's up next in 4th position, but we'll get confirmation in just a second. So Morgan Creasy across the line, leading the way ahead of Cam Harris, but Josh Harvey using the power of that R6. He's up into 2nd place now, relegating Cam Harris down to 3rd position overall. So further down the order then, Zach Weston makes up, is that 10 positions for Zach Weston?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good going, isn't it?
Dale Dowd's up next, and it's Adam Jameson and Joe White in 3rd and 4th position in class. So that's one that we really do need to keep an eye on, because they come into this weekend 10 points apart in favour of Joe White.
Right, yeah.
So let's have a look then. Logan Stone makes up 3 positions, in fact, so he's up into the top 12 overall and 7th in class at the end of lap number 1 then, Matt.
Yeah, and 2:16, I mean, you know, I put it in perspective, that's 7 seconds off, but it's hard coming from behind. You know, you've got to get past the slow riders. If you can run a faster pace, it's difficult, and I expect now we'll see his lap time come down, but Josh Harvey's closing in nicely on the back of Morgan Creasy into Oggies now, Drew Hamilton's.
Certainly is, as he goes through Oggies now, and Cam Harris is so good on the brakes there as well, on that RS660 Aprilia as well. So it's Thunderbike Sport 1 and 2 with the first of the Super Twins in 3rd place. Then a bit of a gap back to Zach Weston, but the first sector times will be interesting, because Zach Weston, with the clear track in front, he will be looking to tag onto the back of the leading trio and take the fight to Cam Harris for the Super Twins. So that is your top 4 then as they race down the back straight now. Everybody through safely on that first lap. In fact, it's Josh Harvey has gone purple in sector number 1, as Zach Weston is going quicker than Cam Harris as well. So Cam Harris is just being brought back now to the number 335 of Zach Weston, but as they go under the bridge through the left and the right of Brundles and Nelsons, and there is Adam Jameson and Joe White in that order as well. So the first sector times for them, looks as though that Joe White has unfortunately lost 0.9 of a second in this first split. Alfred Murray's onto the front straight, and it is still the leading trio fighting for the race lead, and Josh Harvey will be tucked in tight, not quite close enough there, is he, to make a challenge, as Morgan Creasy leads them back across the line.
You can see him closing in though, you can see the advantage the R6 has got, you know.
It's that final 3/4 there, isn't it?
It just absolutely just closes in on them. And Josh is extremely, I mean, you've got 2 very talented riders at the front there with Morgan and Josh. I mean, that's going to be a battle if they can get together. How many laps we got left? 2?
3 laps to go.
3, okay.
So 2 minute 2.503 for Josh Harvey, who's still, what is it, 1:59 your lap record?
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it at the moment.
let's have a look. So Super Twins, it's a 2-minute 2.448, and yeah, we're not there at the moment. Only a 0.6 of a second away. So as we watch,
that's Zach, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Through the left-hander of Agostino's, then brings you on towards Hamilton's, but it is Morgan leading the way from Josh Harvey. Of course, Josh Harvey's
really dropped back there. Something's obviously happened.
Has there, yes. So he's dropped, what is that, around about 3 or 4 bike lengths or so from when it was across the line. But of course, he is a former champion in 2021 in Thunderbike Ultras as well.
Yeah, and he's got the lap record here in, is it Thunderbike?
Thunderbike Extreme.
Yeah, he's got the lap record here. I mean, you know, he was into the 2 minutes last year, so he's got more in the tank, that's for sure.
Looks like Joe has just dropped a position there, unfortunately.
There's Sean Wallace going past him.
I think it potentially could be. I know he's led Russell Taylor across the line, in fact, by 2.6 seconds. So we'll keep a very close eye on it as the leaders now make their way in towards sector number 2. And I can see that Creasy has just pulled out another 0.3 of a second over Josh Harvey. And it could well have been a mistake there from Josh. Whether he just outbraked himself ever so slightly at the top end at Wilson's or not, it remains to be seen. But the result is that Creasy has opened up his advantage to half a second.
In fact, you can really see it now, can't you? In fact, I think Josh Harvey's gone backwards. I think that's Cam Harris in front of him.
You're right, that is Cam Harris, number 61, who is up into second position now. So we're really not sure what's happened to Josh Harvey on lap number 3 here. But we are coming up to the end of lap number 3 now. So we'll start the penultimate lap. 2 more to go when they cross the line this time around. And Morgan, that's the biggest advantage that he's had all race long. But Cam Harris is tucked in tight as a 2-minute 2.056 is the new fastest lap of the race. But quickest in split number 2 is Zach Weston, who's now less than a second behind Josh Harvey. There goes number 7 machine of Russell Taylor. Then it is Joe White. And is that Toby Finnis just behind him? I think it is, yeah. So Toby Finnis on that Daytona 660.
And he's got in front of Joe.
Oh, really?
Joe,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Joe's struggling because he seems to be going slightly backwards. You know, because I mean, he looked good off the line and he was really pushing at the front.
I mean, he was third going into Riches, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and I also know that he's had bike issue. I know Justin's been working really hard to resolve it. He's been having some sort of head shake when he was at Cadwell. I think that's where we were last, wasn't it? And he was, and I know Joe was complaining about the handling of the front of the bike. And I spoke to Justin, and he just said, I don't know if I misaligned something, but he just could not get on the bike. He wasn't, you know, I think that's probably what he was struggling with.
Certainly not reassuring for the confidence, is it?
No, that's for sure. I could see Logan Stone closing down now. How's he doing with his lap time?
Was it 2 minutes?
2:08.998. Okay, it's a massive improvement from where he was.
Yeah, he qualified with a 2-minute 10.3, so what's that, 1.4 seconds improvement already. So good stuff there for Logan. Just watching as they go down the back straight then underneath the bridge, and it's still Morgan who leads the way. He's gone purple in sector number 1, but that is quickly changed because Zach Weston is on a charge. He's closed down, in fact, by quite a lot there. So it looks like Cam Harris may have lost that second place position to Josh Harvey as they come around the right-hander of the bomb hole that leads them on towards Coram. So there's Morgan Creasy, that all-white green plant Suzuki out in front. Josh Harvey is a bright red Yamaha R6.
Zach Weston's on the back of Cam Harris.
He's there, isn't he? He's, I'll tell you what, those twins just close up so much on the brakes.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to ride one because, I mean, they haven't got the top-end power, but they just seem to handle so sweetly and stop so well.
Well, across the line goes Morgan Creasy, and a 2-minute 1.665 is the fastest lap of the race again for Morgan, so he's looking confident out there at the front. Josh Harvey, Cam Harris and Zach Weston, and there was only half a second separating those 3 riders as they came across the line, so we'll keep a very close eye on it as they go up towards Wilson's for the final time. Just 3 more miles to go. Further down the order there, Del Dowd's third in the twins, but he's 6.6 seconds behind Zach Weston. Adam Jameson, then it's Russell Taylor, Toby Finnis and Joe White. That is your top 9 with Sean Wallace, number 48, rounding out the top 10.
Now, someone looked like they were coming around the outside of Josh Harvey there. And that did Zach Weston. I thought I saw it happening. I was thinking, that was a black bike coming around the outside at Palmer's. That's brave.
Yeah. But, I mean, Zach's 16, isn't he? He don't even know what fear is yet. So he's up in the second position. Now that will mean he's leading the way in the twins as well. So that's great stuff there because Zach, I'll remind you, qualified in the middle of row number 5 in 14th position. So
yeah, I mean, he pulled off, I think, after about 2 minutes in qualifying. I saw him come in and thought, I wonder what's going on there because that's unusual for him. It certainly wasn't going to be because he's tired, is it?
No, definitely not, no.
Someone like me might be suffering that, but certainly not looking at Zach, no.
No, so he's got another race later on in the Dart Motorsport MRO 600s as we look towards the back straight once again. And
So am I correct in thinking, is Morgan in the power bikes as well, or some retro as well?
He's
so
in
doing
the
mini twins,
Thunderbike
Sport,
and Ultras.
Wow.
Yeah, so what's that? 6 races a day?
Yeah.
12 over the weekend.
Yeah, that's tough, isn't it?
You're going to be a little bit tuckered out on Monday morning, I think, would be the polite way of wording that one. So round the columns then for the final time. Morgan's got a very healthy advantage over Zach Weston. I think that is. Looks like one of the back markers just moving out of the way there. So great stuff there. Good track awareness from that particular rider. So Morgan Creasy out of Murray's and onto the start-finish straight for what will be the final time. The checkered flag goes out, and Morgan is his first race in Thunderbike Sport, and it's his first win in Thunderbike Sport as well. So great stuff there from that green plant supported Suzuki. Zach Weston from 14th on the grid. He takes victory in the Super Twins with the second position overall ahead of Josh Harvey and 61 Cam Harris. So that is your top 4 across the line. There's Dale Downs to round out the podium in the Super Twins. Next up will be Adam Jameson, number 54, who takes 16 points in 3rd place in the Thunderbike Sport class. Next up, that's Joe White looking aggressive as he came across the line there. And the number 7 machine of Russell Taylor and Toby Finnis all across the line in very...
I don't know who's punching the air. I think
that was Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, it's Taylor. He's obviously there. I don't know the name.
Number 7 machine. Oh, sorry, Darren Taylor, but that's my apologies.
Right.
Let's say, we normally say one of the red Kawasaki, actually, don't we, as opposed to the white one. But either way, Darren Taylor, my apologies. I've been calling him either way. Ben Brown is running out the top 5 in the Twins. That is 10th overall ahead of Sean Wallace. And then Will Howard, 7th position overall.
That's good going on a little mini twin, isn't it?
Certainly is. A 2-minute 8.0 for Will Howard in the race as well.
I think he'll be disappointed. I spoke to him earlier on. He said, how do you compete with a 2:02.8 from Dave Twyford? He said that's just ridiculous.
That's an impressive lap time, isn't it?
That is wicked. I mean, he just gets better and better with age, doesn't he? Oh, Dave.
But that lap record is 9 years old, and he beat it by half a second on like his second flying lap. So he's got some confidence and speed, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I think it's like everything else, isn't it? I mean, we've got the Gen 3 SV, and I think that's why it's becoming better, because all the bikes were becoming tired and old, and no matter how you want to dress it up, they were.